We've all been there, right? Staring into the fridge late at night, wondering if that snack is really such a bad idea. Well, today, we're going to unpack the real science behind late-night eating and figure out what it's actually doing to our health.
So, let's get right into it. Here's the big question. Does the type of food you eat late at night even matter? I mean, is a handful of almonds at 11 p.m. really the same as having it at 3 in the afternoon? The answer is probably not what you think.
And this leads us straight into the heart of the issue, the midnight snack dilemma. It's this constant battle between our hunger and all that advice we hear about not eating before bed. But here's the thing, it's not just about willpower, it's actually about biology.
Now for the science that really brings this home. A study from King's College London found that a lot of us are snacking after 9 p.m. But here's the kicker. It doesn't really matter if the snack is healthy or not. The habit itself is consistently linked to some pretty negative stuff, like higher chances of belly fat and inflammation. So the big takeaway here? Timing really matters.
So why does timing have such a huge impact? To get that, we need to dive into this super fascinating field of science called chrononutrition. This is where we move past the general advice and get into the hard science of it all.
Chrononutrition is all about how our meal times play with our body's internal 24-hour clocks, our circadian rhythms. Put simply, it's the science of when to eat. It's not just about calories, it's about syncing up our eating schedule with our body's natural rhythm.
Okay, so check this out. Think of your body as having two different clock systems. You've got the master clock up in your brain, which syncs up with light. It tells you when to feel sleepy and when to wake up. But, and this is key, your organs, like your liver and your pancreas, they have their own little clocks. And guess what they sync to? Food. So when you eat late, your master clock is screaming, "Go to sleep!" But your organ clocks are getting the signal, "Wake up, time to work." It's a total internal mess.
So, what happens when those clocks start to clash? Well, the consequences are a lot bigger than just tossing and turning. They can have a direct hit on our metabolic health.
This quote from a 2022 study just nails it. Eating late literally changes how your body works on a fundamental level. It messes with your hormones, your metabolism, and even how your genes behave, basically telling your body, hey, let's store this energy as fat instead of burning it. And here's exactly what that looks like. When we eat late, our body gets worse at handling sugar, which can lead to higher blood sugar levels. Our blood pressure, which should naturally dip down at night, stays high. We see a jump in cholesterol and this inflammation marker called C-reactive protein. All of this just adds up to more weight gain, especially that stubborn belly fat.
Okay, so knowing all that, let's get practical. If you absolutely have to eat late at night, what are the worst things you can reach for? Here are the foods that are most likely to throw your system out of whack.
First up, we've got the sugar spikers. These are the foods that cause a massive, rapid spike in your blood sugar, right when your body is least equipped to deal with it.
We're talking about all the refined carbs, like white bread and pasta, sugary cereals, and even things that seem kind of healthy, like fruit juice and dried fruit. They all send your blood sugar on a total roller coaster, which is the last thing you want right before you try to sleep. Next, we've got the heavy hitters. These are foods that are just really hard for your body to digest, forcing your digestive system to pull an all-nighter when it should be off the clock.
So think greasy, high-fat stuff like fried foods, pizza, chips, and fatty meats. They just sit in your stomach forever, slowing everything down and potentially causing a lot of discomfort that's going to wreck your sleep.
And finally, there's a category that's especially important for anyone who's ever dealt with heartburn or acid reflux: the acid triggers. Foods like tomato sauce, citrus, chocolate, and even peppermint can relax the muscle that's supposed to keep stomach acid where it belongs. So when you eat these and then lie down, well, you're pretty much asking for heartburn, which is a guaranteed way to ruin a night of sleep. So after all that doom and gloom, you're probably asking, okay, so what can I eat? Because let's be honest, sometimes you're just hungry. The trick is to pick snacks that actually work with your body's sleep cycle, not against it. A fantastic choice, and this might surprise you, is kiwi or tart cherries. These are awesome because they have natural sources of serotonin and melatonin, the exact chemicals your brain uses to say, hey, it's time to chill out and go to sleep. You're basically giving your body a gentle nudge in the right direction. Another powerhouse combo is a banana with a spoonful of almond butter. The banana brings the serotonin, and the almonds deliver melatonin and magnesium, which is a mineral famous for helping you relax. It's a snack that's actively helping you wind down. And if you want something savory, try some pumpkin seeds or edamame. They're loaded with magnesium and an amino acid called tryptophan. Now, tryptophan is what your body uses to build that sleep hormone, melatonin. A little pro tip, pairing it with a small carb helps that tryptophan get to your brain faster.
And finally, plain Greek yogurt. It's a great source of calcium, which helps your brain use that tryptophan we just talked about. Plus, it's got casein protein, which digests slowly and can help stop you from feeling hungry again the next morning. It's a win-win.
So, to wrap it all up, what's the bottom line? First, listen to your body's clocks. They are not designed for a big digestive job at night. Second, remember that when you eat is a seriously powerful tool for your health. And finally, if you have to snack, just snack smarter. Go for something small and nutrient-rich that helps your system instead of hurting it.
And that brings us to our final thought. Now that you know your body is running on this intricate schedule, what's one small timing change you can try to make this week? Maybe it's eating dinner just 30 minutes earlier, or swapping out that late-night bowl of cereal for one of these smarter options. That one little change could make a huge difference.